President of the Commission, Josep Borrell, and Prime Minister of the Republic of Moldova, Natalia Gavrilița. After their meeting, they will inform you shortly about the content of the meetings. And High Representative, the floor is yours. You can put the masks down.
Can I take the mask down?
Mask down.
Perfect. Well, thank you. Good morning to all of you. Today I had the pleasure to welcome in Brussels the new Prime Minister and the new Foreign Minister of the Republic of Moldova. I congratulated them, and let me congratulate you again publicly.
Thank you.
For the very clear and strong mandate that you received from Moldovan people. And this mandate is to advance in reforms. You got a strong vote of confidence. And this is both a big honor, but also a big responsibility. And it also will bring a new dynamics into our relations. In today's meeting, we discuss the prospects for enhancing cooperation between the European Union and Moldova. And I welcome your clear objectives to bring Moldova closer to the European Union, based on our common values of democracy, the rule of law, and respect for human rights. You know that we strongly support the ambitious reform agenda of your government, especially on the field of rule of law, reforming of the justice system, and tackling corruption. I think that it is very much important that this reform will be sustainable and achieve the expected results. The European Commission has pledged financial support for the implementation. And all the institutions of the European Union will continue being committed to the political association and economic integration with Moldova in line with the European Union-Moldova Association Agreement. Soon, at the end of October, we are going to meet the Council of this association agreement. We also discussed the way forward for cooperation in the area of security and defense, very much important area for Moldova. Agreed to relaunch bilateral consultations in order to identify more concrete areas for further cooperation. And unavoidably, we touch upon the settlement of the Transnistrian conflict. We continue to be ready to facilitate a comprehensive, peaceful and sustainable settlement process on the basis of respect for the territorial integrity and sovereignty of the Republic of Moldova, with its internationally recognized borders, with a special status for Transnistria. We have also discussed the Eastern Partnership policy, which in my view should continue to develop on the principles of inclusivity, differentiation with its bilateral as well as multilateral tracks. And finally, we agreed that the upcoming European Union-Moldova Association Council, which is scheduled by the end of October, will provide a new opportunity to discuss these and other areas of cooperation in more detail and in concrete terms. Prime Minister, has been a pleasure. Foreign Affairs Minister, has been a pleasure to meet you. Congratulations once again, and good luck in your difficult task.
Thank you. Your Excellency, Mr. Borrell, thank you very much for your invitation to Brussels. It was a pleasure and an honor to meet and discuss openly about the relations between Moldova and the EU. I am glad to start my first visit abroad as Prime Minister of the Republic of Moldova in Brussels to re-engage with our European friends and partners. After years of setbacks and worrying developments for our democracy, for our justice system, and devastating waves of corruption, the citizens of Moldova had made a very clear choice for European values, democratic institutions, good governance, accountability of institutions, and, of course, European standards of living. Moldova, after this vote, is facing a unique opportunity to reform and clean itself up, and the EU is our essential partner in our path for recovery and growth. I am here today to relaunch the dialogue between my country's government and the EU. Our partnership is strong, but I believe that there is room for even deeper cooperation and for stronger political, economic and sectoral links. And I remain persuaded that this partnership is key to our country's prosperity, and I hope we will continue to cement our ties. We discussed with High Representative Borrell the agenda of reforms of the Republic of Moldova. In the coming months, we will focus on pushing ahead with the reform of the judiciary system and the fight against corruption, managing the COVID-19 pandemic, promoting economic recovery and building conditions for robust economic growth and the creation of new jobs, and of course strengthening our institutions, our administrative capacity and the resilience of our country. I am very glad that the EU supports Moldova on each of these priorities, and we can always count on our European partners to advance the reformist agenda of our government. On justice, we are in close contact with the EU and the Council of Europe on the reform of the judiciary system, and we are looking forward to our further and upgrading our dialogue in this area. I will be meeting with Commissioner Reinders and to discuss concrete plans for this reform, and I want to reiterate that the justice reform is the absolute top priority for my country. On the COVID-19 pandemic, we are very grateful to the EU and to Member States for the paramount support in delivering medical equipment, vaccines and other materials necessary to support our health system in the recent months. Many lives have been saved, and the Moldovan citizens are utterly grateful for this support. On the economy, the EU has offered Moldova a generous economic recovery plan of up to 600 million euros in grants, loans, guarantees and investments. This support is essential in keeping Moldova's economy well-functioning and resilient. We want to boost investments in our country, improve the business climate, demonopolize the economy, facilitate digital transformation and upgrading, and use all the resources given to Moldova to stimulate a greener, more sustainable and inclusive economy. And we look forward to discussing very concrete projects and ideas in the weeks and months to come. We are very grateful for the decision to disburse the second tranche of the Omnibus macrofinancial assistance. This is very much appreciated, and we look forward to further programs on macrofinancial assistance as we plan ahead. On institutions and resilience, we will focus on good governance, strengthening our institutional capacity, but also on security and resilience. I am glad there is openness in the EU to upgrade the security dialogue and cooperation with the Republic of Moldova. Countering hybrid threats, improving cybersecurity, fighting against fake news and disinformation, reforming key institutions in the security sector, discussing other pressing regional issues should be on the agenda for the dialogue. My visit here also serves as preparation, as you mentioned, for the upcoming meeting of the EU-Moldova Association Council, which will take place at the end of October. And at the Council, we will have the chance to dive deeper into our reform agenda and EU's support in concrete terms, as Your Excellency have mentioned. Last but not least, we also address the future of the Eastern Partnership. Our message is very clear. We support an ambitious agenda which will make sure that Eastern Partnership continues to be a success, but also allows the three associated countries to move even closer to the EU. Moldova is looking forward to a successful Eastern Partnership Summit in December. So we look forward to all these events and cooperation together, and thank you again for the support of the European Union on our path for reform and closer ties with the European Union. Thank you.
Thank you, Prime Minister. Let's continue working together.
Thank you for your statements and have a nice afternoon. Bye.